Well, every time. Well, most times. Welcome back to Let's Play Persona 3 FES. And by most times, I mean I've started recording and then immediately have to clear my throat. Sometimes when it comes to recording, it's the first time I've spoke since waking up. And that is the case here, so it kind of explains it, doesn't it? Like I woke up maybe about an hour ago. Haven't spoken a word until now. Where is that damn thing? Where the hell is that page? All the info I need. That's not it. Righto. Now it always comes down to this, doesn't it? The inconsistency of this Let's Play. So I uploaded the previous parts. Not last night, it was the night before, I think. Still has 0 views. But the part before that, I think got like 16 views. Like, what's up with the inconsistency, man? Sometimes they get like no views and then some get more. I don't get it. What I do get is that this Let's Play is dragging on, and it's partially down to me rambling. Okay, it's mostly down to me rambling, honestly, but this game is pretty damn long as well. So not as much interesting stuff has really happened in the past couple of parts, you know. Aside from maybe some social links, but even then. So Junpei, we are not going to talk, we're taking it off. Hey, what's up? Is that your dog? Wow, you look smart, unlike his owner. Just joking. Smarter than you. Talk for a while. Dude, you seem closer now. How can it be closer now? His social link's already maxed out. More about his drum back. Let's get back to drums for a moment. I guess that's one other benefit for taking your dog for a walk, is you can run into your social link friends. It's been a while since someone's called us in the evening. Hey, this is Keisuke. Do you have time to talk right now? Maybe I should have gone to talk first. Then I could have, like, avoided this call. Are you free tomorrow? I was thinking of going somewhere. Well, we're hanging out with Akinari tomorrow, I'm afraid. Kinda gotta go see a dying friend. I was kind of, I mean, they'll, you know, obviously not die so long as they don't finish their social link. That's how it works, right? Just get hung up his end, this avoidance. Interruption? You know, was I midway talking when I had that interruption, or I can't even remember. Even though it was just literally a minute or two ago. But my dad just popped up in the background to be like, he's alive! So it's like, if that picked up, I'll leave that bit in. Just the hell of it. It's because, like, I only just woke up, and it's like, well, I say I only just woke up, I woke up an hour ago. But it's like, now it's midday, you know, it's 12. So I slept in the morning, basically. It's a Saturday, by the way, as I'm recording this. Hi, it's Yukari. Do you have minutes? Want to do something tomorrow? Well, unfortunately, I'm going to hang out with a dying friend. Oh well, maybe some other time. We will, at some point, hang out on a Sunday with her. But not now. Sundays are the only times we can hang out with the dying man. We'll hang out with her on Monday. And then Keisuke on Tuesday, fittingly enough, because he was the other one who called us. It's no school today. I was like, wait a minute. So the previous day was actually a Saturday. It's like now. Fascinating. I've still got no money. Maybe I should have gone to Tartarus. We need the funds. Like, I could go on that shopping channel right now, but I can't buy anything because I'm broke. Very related. For some reason, I thought this right here, but what is this part of the stairs called? I forget. But for whatever reason, I thought it was a person. It's like, why would someone be standing there? It's like, it's because nobody's standing there, you idiots. It's just, I say rare, but at the same time, we've seen this site a few times. Like, you know, where we actually come downstairs during the daytime instead of it being only during the evening. My favorite subjects are tactical theory, mechanical engineering, and information analysis. Unfortunately, my examinations were not on those subjects. Therefore, I do not think I did very well. Makes you wonder what she must have wrote on certain subjects. I was thinking about, you know, school and stuff like that before recording. It's gonna lead to more rambling, clearly. Next episode of Phoenix Ranger Feldman, or episode 35, Fantasy Religion Romance, Fight for City Love, Swallow, and now the news. This needs to pick a freaking super best friend in South Park. It's like, come, Swallow! It's like, haha. The joke is because it sounds like Seaman, and he's got a freaking bird named Swallow that follows him around. So he's like, come, Swallow! Ha 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 ha. So goofy. So you got all these characters, you got Jesus, Buddha and all that, and then you got Seaman, who they just keep around so that they can make jokes about. Arf. I don't feel relieved like I usually do after that. What about you? That's why I thought, well, it's probably because the last operation's going to see. It doesn't feel like it, though, does it? It feels like the game hasn't even really... It feels weird, because we're over 100%, but it feels like the game hasn't really properly kicked into gear yet. It's kind of weird. The man room mechanism is busted. Yes, it hasn't been repaired yet. Well, we can't fix it if we don't know how it's not functioning. I'll check it. I'll check later if you have time. Can you check it too? That means another entry's been added. I don't have exams in elementary school, but I have to take them too. I'll be different. This is what I was actually freaking thinking about. It was because of this very conversation with Ken that made me stop to think about it. Because what is middle school? That's what always confuses me. Is, you know, I'm not sure if it's an American thing or if it's like just a UK thing that we have things differently here. It's when you think like high school, it usually tends to be like, you know, mid to late teens. I guess middle school would be early teens, I assume. And I say all this is confusing because I think here in the UK, secondary school incorporates both, which is a bit chaotic. Because I remember when I got to secondary school, would have been around about that point, and that was when I ended up having to go because it was too overwhelming. It's like you go from a small school where everyone knows each other's name at the very least. There's not nearly as many people. There's a decent amount of people, but you know, not as many. You just got the one teacher, one class, teach all the subjects. Straightforward. And then went from that, and I could walk to that school as well, to having to catch a bus, specific buses, because you know, different buses going to different places and all that. So already chaos. different teacher for every single subject, big, giant, intimidating buildings, thousands of students. Yeah, it was a complete fucking mess. It's like, how the fuck do they expect you to just casually adapt to that shit? It's freaking ridiculous. It's pure torture, man. I'll just say they are. Oh, that's depressing. I mean, I can't remember if that counted as middle school when I started there. Well, honestly, it was a bit for me when it came to math, because that's when they added in the frickin' alphabets without explaining it to me. And I, even to this very day, I'm still the same when it comes to this shit. Where if I'm stuck on a subject, I won't be like, you know, hey, can you help me with this? No, I will sit there in complete silence and just hope that somebody finally eventually notices that clearly I needed help with this, because I'm too socially damn awkward to freaking ask for help. I hate that about myself so much. So, you know, it'd be like, okay, here's the alphabet being used, like, X equals B, blah, 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 blah. It's like, I don't understand this, but I can't ask the teacher because it's too socially awkward. And the teacher just kind of just, whatever, just back there with a T or something like that. Just like, yeah, turn the page, look at the blackboard, wherever, I'm just here for the picture. You know, different teachers, you know. Some teachers, they somehow still have a passion for teaching even after years of dealing with little shits. Because let's just face it, when you're a kid, whether it be, you know, preteen or teen, hell, teen would probably be even worse, honestly. You're just absolute bastards. It's like my brother, he was a bit of, what's the word I'm looking for? A delinquent, I guess. Always screwing around. Stop screwing around. So there's always causing chaos and all that. I was more of just like, just get on with it, you know. Don't cause any trouble. The only trouble I caused was trouble for myself in not knowing what the freaking hell I was doing, because I wouldn't freaking be like, hey teacher, I'm kind of stuck on this subject. Can you explain it to me in a way I can understand? No, because I was too socially awkward, and I still am too socially awkward. Because years ago, when I went to the college and did a course there, I was stuck on something, and I had the same exact scenario play out. It's like, good God, man, even as an adult, I just can't get over this social anxiety. Sucks, I hate it all. I was worried about the team when we lost Kenji, but it seems like everyone has recovered surprisingly well. He needs to be smiling down on us. I can't imagine him smiling, honestly. Then again, I think he did smile when he was dying. Which is kind of weird to say. It's like, only in death can he find happiness, but no, he's smiling, telling, like, Ken and all that. It's like, hey man, you got your whole life ahead of you and all that. I mean, I'm freaking dead, but, you know, you got your life ahead of you, kid, so keep on going. I don't think I did well on the math exam. I had a hard time remembering terms and equations, which are usually no problem. How about you, McGonagall? How did you do? But you must have gotten a good grade. It's like, you know what, in secondary school, I found that strange, you know. The math class, I felt like I was in a class that was higher level than I actually was, because I did pretty decent at math prior to that. But you know, once they introduced the alphabet and shit like that, just throw everything that I learned up to that point out the window, because I had no idea what was going on. So then when it came to English and stuff like that, I was like, I feel like I'm in a class that is, you know, on a lower level. It felt weird. I mean, I think my grammar still sucks even to this day. It's like, I try. I think I misuse commas a bit as well. It's like, if you ever read any of my video scripts, it's something like this, for example. Like, but the social link didn't rank up, comma, though. It's like, does a comma really need to be in that spot? I tend to use that a lot as well, where I will put like, just trying to think of an example. Okay, let's think of what I'm doing right here. So, today we're going to be hanging out with Akinari. So, this part, probably this point will be like, I ramble a bit, comma, and then eventually hang out with Akinari to get the Sun social incorrect free, you know? It's like I break it up with the comma in between, stuff like that. My grammar isn't perfect, but damn it, at least I try to make sure that it's spelled correctly. Can't say the same for my past self, you know, when I first started making videos, my grammar was even worse. But you know, I at least try. It's like, but it's the internet, nobody tries. It's like, yeah, but, you know, really, outside I just don't get it, the logic of people who will be like, it's the internet, who cares if you can't spell shit? I know it's like thinking of literacy in general, you know? Just doing all the family tree stuff. It's just like, makes you think back in the day, you know, people were less literate. And even today, there are a lot of people that are, which is crazy. But one thing I found surprising is, you know, in marriage records, marriage certificates, it would have like the mark of the people in question. And if it says the mark, I guess that implies that that person is illiterate. They can't read or whatever spell, I think. So it's like their name was clearly written in by someone else. But it surprises me in the cases where sometimes that mark bit isn't mentioned at all, which would imply that they actually can read and write. And the most surprising one is prior to 1830 something, where certificates became a thing here in the UK. You know, you would just have like stuff like marriage bans and baptism records, and sometimes, you know, there's not even a baptism record, so you have no idea at all when someone could possibly go if they don't have a baptism record. And even if they do, you could be lost. It's like my father's great-great-great-grandfather. He was born in the last decade of the 1700s. I think I found his baptism record because it lines up with it. And it lines up with his father's name, who appears on his grave, which is the oldest grave I've ever come across that has a direct link. And the area where he's buried, for it to be the baptism record in that area as well, makes sense, so it all lines up. And on the opposite side of the page, where this barely legible record, where it says like, blah, son of blah blah, baptized on this date. Not very detailed as other baptism records later on, where they'd be like, okay, son or daughter of, you know, that name, the last name, the parents' names, both names, the abode where they were living at the time, father's occupation. Very cool detailed stuff. That only came, you know, in the 1800s, so prior to that, you're shit out of luck. You just got the name and the dates, if you're lucky. But on the other side of the same page that this record's on is all blurred. Not blurred as in it's like artificially blurred. No, blurred as in someone freaking spilled ink all over the damn page, and now it's just all a big blotch. So anyone who was on that side, they're fucked. Because those baptism records are gone. They have been destroyed by some kind of fuck up there where someone must have spilled ink or some shit. Because you can't read that shit. It's ridiculous. But anyways, that guy, I mean, I haven't checked, because he got married in around 1815, I think, so that was before marriage bans. But he got marriage bans. I think I found his marriage bans. I'm pretty sure he must have been literate, because he's also mentioned in attendance at his daughter's wedding. You know, when they list it's like in the presence of, and his name is just listed, not as the mark of, so he was clearly literate. And his father, surprisingly, was likely also literate because they're marriage bands, which dates back to the frickin' 1780s. His wife is listed as the Mark of, but he is just listed by name, so he must have been literate. So I'm like, holy shit, man, that guy was born in the mid-1700s, and he was literate. It's surprising. Sometimes you'll find, old ancestors that were able to read and write, and then a lot of ones that didn't at all. I guess it also depends on occupation as well. The way that Yukari's checking her nails, like it looks like she's doing some kind of weird, invisible typing. Weird. But yeah, a lot of relatives, ancestors tend to be, coal miners, farm laborers, and stuff like that. So you don't really need to be literate for stuff like that. But in all cases, you got plumbers, you got tailors. So would a tailor need to be able to write and write? I mean, maybe. Because that was what that side had. They were tailors. One of them, I think, might have even owned a pub at one point. Later on, because they're listed as a publican as well, which is... I can't remember if it's like someone who works at a pub or owns a pub, but I assume they must have owned a pub at that place. It's like, I've specialized as being a tailor, I might as well, retire and, semi-retire and also have a pub. How the hell would I know about all these details? All I've got to work on is the marriage certificates and the census records from 1841, which is way back. Way back. 200 years. Over 200 years back. What I find crazy, though, is... I know I keep rambling. Is my father's great-grandmother, right? Super duper ultimate common first name and super common last name. So how the fuck could you possibly figure out when and where she died? And I'll tell you. She, after her husband died, was my father's great-grandfather. She moved in with her son, who is my father's great-grandfather, and was the father of my father's grandmother. And there is a burial records around about a few months after my father's grandmother was born, and they were living at a specific location at that time. And presumably, the great-grandmother was still living with them. She had been living with them since at least 1891. So by that time they were living there, and her address on her burial record is listed as there, so it's clearly her, and that's when she died, and she was buried where. So it's like, wow, that is very convenient, because she had the most common name possible. I mean, I'll just say it's Mary. There are just so many Marys, it's ridiculous. And she had a super common last name on top of that. It's like, man, it's really ridiculous. Like, on the other side of my father's family, I haven't been able to make much progress, because one of them was probably either orphaned or grew up poor because they were in a workhouse. And then on the other side, they have a super common last name, so it's like, god damn it, I can't figure out who's who, it's so annoying. And yet on the other side, even with the super common last name, I was able to trace it because of these convenient little details and census records and stuff like that. So I was able to date back all the way to like 1700s, because that old grave, the oldest person listed on it died in like 1780 something. And he was like 70 odd years old, so yeah. Controller's disconnected and all that rambling. Let's After 20 odd minutes, let's get on. Hey. Yeah. I hate voicing coughs because you start to actually feel sick. Like, Akinari seems to be ill. Sorry. If you don't mind, please stay. We'll pick up 5 minutes. Imagine after that we just walk away. Sorry, I'm busy. Thank you. Akinari seems happy. Starting to settle down, I think. Thank you for coming. It's better when I'm not alone. Why do I have to face this alone? Other people don't have to deal with the sickness. Well, you say that, but there are other people who will be in the same situation, if not worse. You know, that's another thing that bugs me. When you're having a bad time and someone says, you know, there are people in worse situations, yeah. Does it just take... Is that supposed to take away from how you're feeling now? It's like, imagine saying to a guy like this. I mean, I just kind of did, didn't I? It's like, yeah, there are other people suffering too, man. He's like, yeah, but he's freaking dying, man. He's just like, that's not gonna make him feel any better. It's just kind of a weird thing. I won't ever walk through a sunny field again because my legs and heart can't handle it. All that's left is to draw my sheets around me and count the beats of my heart until they stop forever. Why is this only happening to me? I mean, that is very morbid to think of a situation where you are dying and literally count your own heartbeats waiting for the last one. How do we reply? It's like, God hates you. You aren't the only one. I don't know. Of course not. No one knows. I don't even know. I mean, I understand why I'm dying, but why am I dying? If there's any means of life that I can find, so perhaps I'm not missing all that much. Akinari nods to himself. I wish I could run away. If my body was capable of that, I wouldn't be here anymore. No matter what I do, my body is there to remind me I'm going to die. And there's nothing I can do. Please don't leave, just yet. When I'm alone, it feels like it could end at any second. Try not to talk so much. I know, but I like to talk for a little bit longer. Akinari tried to smile. Now I'm actually coughing. I'm feeling a little better, so thank you. Your presence is comforting to Akinari. Spaceship stronger now. Yeah, there are people who actually do that. Comfort dying people, you know. Just be there as someone to listen and support them. It's like just random stranger, basically. Not like someone who actually is a relative or a friend. I mean, just people who volunteer for stuff like that is wild. Commendable, but wild. Because it's like, damn, that would put a mental toll on. Serious voice rings in your head. Unless some of them happen to be sociopaths and actually get a kick out of it. You never know. Thou art I and I am thou. Thou shalt have our blessing when thou see the great sun of the sunlight. The dying young man's social link has reached level 3. The power that creates the sons of the sunlight in his room. Starting to get dark. Don't worry. I'll be fine now. It was good seeing you. So I had to go back to the room.
Welcome back.
Oh yeah, I forgot to check the thing, didn't I? It's still busted. I think it's gonna have the entry for Shinjiro this time. It would make sense. Considering how he died. It's kinda weird if, like, later on we get that one instead. Me, I'm just gonna sleep when the dark hour is. Cause you know how tired it is fighting the darkness. I want to be able to rest peacefully for a change. Nice deep sleep. Sounds good, I could use some good sleep. If a little maintenance, my body looks as good as new. It must be difficult keeping one's skin looking healthy. Thanks for reminding me. You're probably like, you're welcome. It's like, I was being sarcastic. What is sarcasm? Is it some kind of chasm? What to do after the dark hour disappears? I cannot answer that question. I was built solely to eliminate shadows. Once that mission has been fulfilled, there is no reason for me to remain active. What happens next does not concern me. Yikes! It's really depressing. It's like, what is depressing? Okay, so here's how depression works, right? Exactly. I don't know how would you actually explain depression, because I've suffered with depression on and off for years, and honestly, with my mother passing last year, it is just absolutely gotten worse. It kind of the contrast to how I sound in my videos compared to how I actually feel these days. I've always suffered with, like I said, depression, but it's definitely hit a lot more nowadays. So I combine, you know, losing my mother last year, my cat as well. We had our dog put down a few weeks back, and we just got our ashes back recently. And just looking at the state of the world in general makes me a very, 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 very cynical man. And I was already cynical to begin with. Dark hour disappears, I'll probably spend more time in the office. Bits of seas I haven't been in the ad as well. It's a bag of consoles. Seems to be a new recording. 8/13/2009, 22:41:19, beginning playback. So that would be August? It's August right now. It's confusing, you know, because you have to think of it as month, day, year, whereas here in the UK it's day, month, year. I don't know how common it is for month, day, year. It's obviously, you know, in the US they do it that way. I wonder if that's the US's influence on the world. It's like, we do it this way, so you do it this way. And the UK's like, well, we do it this way, so yeah. It gets confusing if it'd be like, oh, say, for example, the 8th, 2009. It's like if you didn't know which type of date was being used, well, it'd be the British version or the yellow version that's used in the US and some other countries. You'd be like, is it the 8th of August? Or, well, actually, if it was the 8th of the 8th, it would be August either way. So that's a bad example, actually. So let's say the 8th of the 9th. So it could be like either the 9th of August or the 8th of September. It would be confusing, wouldn't it? Oh, it's Akihiko. Pretty sure there was one of these for Shinjiro.
Damn it, I'm still not over that business in Yakushima. Is my way with girls really no better than Junpei's?
God, that was ages ago, man.
How could they treat me the same as his lame pickup lines? Are you able to make others laugh with a well-timed joke? Well, I can't think of many examples, but I can do that much at least.
Got a lot of trophies, hasn't he?
Careful. Making others laugh and being laughed at are two entirely different things. When people speak to you, do you try to respond with pure logic and reason? This is a common mistake with inarticulate men. Try to consider what the other party is feeling. I gotta admit, they've got a point. Try testing yourself by speaking as if you're asking a female friend or coworker to your favorite store. The two most important things are to smile and have a good sense of humor.
Well, I mean, that's like, I'd say I have a good sense of humor, but you know, that depends on what your sense of humor is, really, isn't it? But the smiling, oh, well, hell no! That is one of my biggest problems. I cannot smile. I cannot put on a forced smile, man. It just doesn't work. You could tell me to, and I'd be like a malfunctioning robot. I would not smile at all. I would just refuse outright. Like, no. I ain't smiling, man. It's like, to catch a natural smile would be impossible. It'd definitely be like, you know, where you get a photo taken, it's like, smile. It's like, no. It's like, you'd have to get it in the moment. Otherwise, you're never going to see that smile. Because it don't come just on command. I don't know how people do it. Which makes me like even more like, you know, people that can just put on a smile. It's just like, so they're good at faking emotions. I can't trust you. How do I know that you're not just putting on an act with your smile and being all friendly? Too friendly even. What are you after?
Hey there. What great timing to see you here. Good one. I'm going to the beef bowl place. Wanna come with? Humor. You know, the beef bowl place. Oh, hey, maybe we could meet up there.
That was terrible.
What am I, the chairman? That's it, screw this.
And that's the thing, you can't just, you know, force yourself to be something you're not like that. Because that came across as supernatural, because that's not his personality at all. Gordon ends here. It's like some people can put on personality pretty easily, man. Which makes me kind of think as well about my own videos, you know? I've got a bit of a personality going here, but, you know, I was surprised if you met me in real life and I were able to, you know, talk instead of just being completely silent because of the cell phone that I'd be a bit more chill, down to earth. It also does depend, because I can be a bit like I am in my videos sometimes. I remember when I'd watch TV with my mother pass. You know, I would be cracking jokes here and there, watching ghost shows and all that, you know, all movies and whatever. So it's Sunday, so what do we do on a Sunday? Is Monkman available? Or does Koromaru perhaps want to go for a walk? Yes, he does. What do we run into today? Oh, Makoto-kun, what's up? Well, what a cute pooch. Oh, you're really lucky. We can't have any pets in office. It's one of those one-room apartments, isn't it? It's up for a while. Two of you seem closer now. What am I crazy about Japan? Specifically Tokyo. It's like so crowded in like sardines, man. It's like high population, but not really enough room for said population, so it's like you get tiny little apartments that cost a fortune. I mean, that's the case in a lot of big cities. You know? It's like, oh yeah, the work here is great and all that. You come here to visit where all the jobs are. Unfortunately, your quality of life does suck ass. Because while there are places, more places, things to do and see and all that and work, your living conditions are gonna suck ass. It's super expensive and cramped town. So yeah, and plus traffic's gonna suck ass. So good luck with that. Except for in Tokyo, traffic is not so bad. Just get around that train machines. But you don't have that in the UK. Go to freaking London or something like that. You'd be like, well, that transportation around here sucks ass. I'm not sure if I've ever even been there. Maybe when I was too young to remember, because I remember my mother saying one time on a train, maybe to London, when I was just a baby. I can't remember. Not even sure what the reason for going there was at the time. Like I've got ancestry from around there as well. My father's great-grandfather. I wonder what it must have been like, because I was just like, for example, I was reading about Jack the Ripper randomly last night, and I was like, part of me was like wondering, like, you know what? My father's great-grandfather, he was around London around those times. Granted, he was basically in his mid to late teens by then. What if Jack the Ripper was a teenager? Like, nah. That's just a case of like everyone being a suspect. Were you alive in the late 1880s around London? Well, you're a main suspect there. I'm not even sure if he was even still living there. He was in the military at the time, so he might have been stationed somewhere else. Anyway, sorry about that. Decided to go back to his home with Koromaru. I haven't really accomplished much in the 44 minutes of this recording so far, have I? Mostly rambling, as is to be expected. Exam results will be posted today. Wait a minute, what? I'm just now looking at a walkthrough and it says night event walk strength. So were we supposed to walk the dog with Akihiko? Was that option even there? I didn't see it. I'm confused now. Or did we go for a walk with him somewhere? I am super confused. I don't want to have to reload. I'll have to check when, you know, after recording, see if the option was there or not. Then I can decide whether I was like, shit, I missed that, or not, you know? Yeah, it's also postage! So let's go look at these exam results. You scored the highest in your class. Everyone's looking at you with respect. Respect my protocol, my charm. You still remember something. Mitsuru promised to give you a gift if you scored the highest. That's what I'm gonna do. Gotta get back to your place. Can you imagine if his name was misspelled? I mean, maybe that happens. It happened to me as a kid. I remember a teacher, or at least on one occasion, spelling my name. But you know, in Japanese, maybe it would be even more possibly likely to happen. Because, you know, you got conjugated. You're like, ah shit, I thought this conjugated was the one you knew. I didn't know, man. Okay, everyone, come get your tests so we can go over it. Also, this character, right? whenever I upload, and like, I usually don't include the features in the tags, because I don't see any point in it. But because we interacted with that character, it's like, okay, this Miyahara, and I was like, okay, confirm that this is in characterized. You know, left click, right click, well, left click, hold, right click, and then click on, you know, search Google. And I was surprised to find that in the remake, apparently, this guy is voiced by a man in both English and Japanese, leading to much confusion where people are like, wait, is it a man or a woman? Is it someone who transitioned? Is it trans? Or what? I don't know. Maybe it's just a case of it being like, you know what, we want a man to voice this character. It's a woman, but we'll have a man voice her. Because, I don't know. And then I saw like a forum post about that. It's like, you know, Japanese, you know, there's a lot of people that will have like male characters voiced by women, so what's the deal with that? It's like kind of the opposite way around. Like, okay, younger male characters voiced by a woman, and older female characters voiced by a man. Anyways, okay, everyone, come get your tests so we can go over. On question 1, you had to use the formula we spent several days on the topic. The next question was a word problem, but I counted. Does anyone here buy a new calendar every year? Dude, you're wasting your money. The calendars have only a set number of passes. After all, how many days can generate fresh proud also all? I'll pick a student mathematics. Let's see. Go to it. How many calendar patterns are there? I don't know, therefore I have this walkthrough. What day are we on? 14. Correct, well done. Obviously January 1st can only fall on 7 days, Monday through Sunday. But you must factor in the possibility of a leap day at the end of February, which gives you 7 more patterns. 2 variations based on 7 days give you 14 patterns in all. Doesn't this shit get a bit confusing, don't you think, when you have like weekly clears and shit like that? February is the month of fuck you. Especially if you happen to be born like at the end of February or something like that. I don't know, is February February is a short month. Was it the one that has 28 days? Let me check. How many days did February have? Yeah, 28 days. Does it always have 28 days? Is February the month that occasionally could have 29 days? Is that what the late year bullshit's all about? Let me check. February. Yeah, it can have 29 days. The month has 28 days in common years and 29 in weekdays. It's kind of strange. I mean, how do you incorporate that? Is it like a mathematical thing, or is it mathematical plus also to do with the... I assume it's to do with how, planet goes around the sun or something. I don't know. How the planet is. There's just something that I can't explain off the top of my head because I don't know how to explain it. You know, kind of something to do with something like that. That changes the way the year plays out ever so slightly so that it's got an additional day instead on the odd occasion. Anyways, give you 7 more patterns, 2 variations based on 7 days, gives you 14 patterns total. Any year you can name falls into one of those 14. So yeah, if you were born on the 29th of February, do you get a birthday only every leap year, or do you just say birthday? I I was born in 28 on the 1st of March. It's like, yeah, if there's no leap year, it's the 1st of March, alright? Otherwise, I'm not gonna get another birthday for quite a while. You gave the correct answer. Another thing to consider is this. Say you were born on the 1st of March. You were born in Japan on the 1st of March. Then you moved to the US. When do you celebrate your birthday? When it becomes the 1st of March in Japan, or when it becomes the 1st of March in the US? Because, you know, time zones, by the time it gets to the 1st of March in the US, it would have already been the 1st of March and possibly even gone on to the early hours of the morning of the 2nd by the time it gets there. I'm not sure. Maybe I'm not quite right on that. You get the idea. Does your birthday officially start when it's where you were born becomes that day, or where you currently live? How would that work out? Would you just delay it? Because it's like, wow, it's not quite the 1st in the country I'm living in, so it's not my birthday yet, even though I was technically born now. That's it. Well, that's another thing to consider as well. Two people were born at the exact same hour on two different parts of the world. One was born, say, on the 25th of February, the other one the 26th of February, but they were born at the exact same time. It's just that because of the time zones, they were technically born on different days. Confusing, isn't it? You're like, oh, you're older than me, technically, but not really, because we were born at the same time. It's just, on the calendar, you were born a day before me, but we were actually born on the exact same day. It's just that we lived on different parts of the world. Kind of weird, isn't it? My brain has just thinking that. I was happy with my score at that studying. All that study I did during summer vacation paid off. Dude, what a relief! I didn't do too badly. My scores will never go up if I don't take it. Jeez. I'm gonna study as soon as I get out.